I was aware of government executions or assassinations internally when I was in the service. And that was 40 years, 50 years ago. So it's been going on for a long time, and it's part of our national policy, I think. I don't think it's going to end overnight. I don't think it's going to change policy. It could cause some heads to roll, but I don't think it's going to change policy. Remember, way back under the other presidents, Bill Casey, who was the head of intelligence, apparently was done in by his own personal staff because he said too much to one of the presidents one time, and he died in the hospital of mysterious circumstances. And he was the head of intelligence. So they take care of themselves.
So has this country been basically run by the intelligence agencies since the assassin?
I don't think the country is run by the intelligence agencies, but I don't think that the country controls the intelligence agencies. They do what they want to do.
So who controls the country then?
I think that there's a level beyond elective government that really controls the whole country, that our elective government is a sham to make us believe that we have a government by the people, of the people, for the people, when that's not really true at all. It's just to fool us into being sheeple.
What can the average citizen do at this point in time, being that this is so far along, 40, 50 years into this type of government? What could the average citizen do?
I think it's beyond what any individual citizens can do. I think now that the change is so profound that it has to come from someplace above. The change has to come from within the controllers that control the elected position.
And you don't see any motivation for them to change?
I don't see any motivation for them to change.
So where do you see this going for the people of the United States?
Well, I think it's going to continue pretty much as it is. We'll keep it all under wraps. We've got a secret cabal that's running affairs that I believe has spacecraft on patrol that they think are protecting the country and possibly even the world, that can leave the surface under their own power, go into patrol, remain as long as their sanitary supplies last, go back into their underground bases. I think that we have servicing carrier facilities out there now that they can remain on carrier patrol and operate from there for short periods of time. That Eisenhower was right. The military-industrial complex has control, and they are doing what they want to do.
Is there any way the citizens can get that control back?
I don't see how they're going to get it back, because none of those positions are elected. They're all self-appointed.
So basically we're living in a fascist state that's masquerading as a democracy.
Exactly. And most of us don't even realize that.
How do you see it unfolding, say, in the next 100 years? What do you see happening?
Well, when this bunch dies off, it'll like up to now, it'll pass to others that don't want to yield power either. I think that at some point, the activities of the aliens themselves will increase to a point where it can no longer be covered up.
And then what do you see happening?
I don't know what direction our country will go then. We could either accept them as another society like we accepted the immigrants from Europe, or we could find them incompatible and believe they're enemies and try to attack them. They're always going to be stronger than us if they can come here and go back, and we can't even get off the planet. They might destroy us.
Any final thoughts about this whole big mess of a story dealing with Conor O'Ryan and Derek Hennessy?
No final thoughts, because I think about it all the time as an incomplete thought. I don't know what to think about it. Things like the ninja footprints and the chopped off finger don't match up with the fake phone calls on their trip to Florida, unless they were diversionary. Don't match up with the go to this movie theater with a knife and cut the seats open and find the things, unless that was diversionary. If it was diversionary, what happened to the guy? And if what he was saying was real, well, tapes like this will usher his demise. But maybe he knew that he's sacrifice for the dirty side of covert operations and where it intermeshes with the extraterrestrial situation. But I'm clean. I was there. I mean, and as I said, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It is as happened. I have nothing to gain by making up for one version of this or the other.
Jim, thank you for spending the time this afternoon. I know you're a busy man. I know you got a big project going on here with Wendelle.
I am busy.
I just got to say thank you very much
You're
for taking
welcome.
the time to do this.
Welcome.